And here we are in Los Angeles with Brynn Lucas. Hi, Brynn.
Hi.
We were talking a little bit about your capabilities of your company and how people can use your company and yourself. What comes to mind when you think about that?
Well, what comes to mind is that we can offer a variety of services in any realm of production, in any stage of a production. We can do everything from developing a project from the beginning, working with the writers in developing the script, making it a commodity for investors, developing the proposal packet that is used, and then if that is actually already set in stone, of going in, budgeting the film, actually creating the post-production, pre-production, and production teams for you, filling holes of crew members that you may be lacking, and then going outside of that and coordinating your post-production needs, also approaching distributors, trying to see if we can acquire an intent to distribute prior to the shooting of your films. Anything that would make your project more of a commodity to your investor. Even if you already have an investor, or if you just need to obtain one, or if you're looking for front-end investment because you have a back-end investor, somebody who match funds. We work everything from feature films to music videos to training industrials, all the way down to a local commercial or a small independent music video. And we have the capabilities of shooting everything from PAL all the way up to 1080i on the Red 1. We have access to Panavision camera ops, access to the full Panavision packets. We have connections with Mole Richardson Lighting here in Hollywood. We have connections with Paula Griffin Electric, Absolute Post, Chainsaw Editing, are just some of our partnership companies that we deal with that we have a long-standing relationship with, that we can refer. Basically, we can get casting directors, extras casting, if you need to actually set up casting out of state. We can also coordinate location shootings as well as international shooting with international transportation of equipment and goods to get it. We can coordinate with companies to get everything from customs clearance. Pretty much anything that a production would need, we can either do directly for you or coordinate for you to get it done so that you can concentrate on what your project actually is, where you can concentrate more on the creative aspect of your project while we concentrate on the actual technical side of getting things done for you.
Well, one of the things that you really impressed me was that you have a great company, as opposed to an individual with a bunch of contacts. So some of the things that we talked about in the great company were just kind of go through the three things that we talked about, because there are many others, but let's take a look at those right down here that we've written. Okay, and what are the things about the great company that we thought of?
A great company?
You're in LA.
Well, yeah, we are an LA-based company. However, we do also have satellite partners in New York, Chicago, and in Dallas, Texas.
And then you have many departments.
We do. We have a fully functional creative department. We have a fully functioning acquisitions department, which is constantly receiving new properties or per se scripts. And then we have a fully functional production department, which would do all of the coordination for a shoot, such as obtaining permits, getting your insurance, setting up your payroll for your shoot. So we've always, and they're always working in conjunction with each other, so that if a script comes in, we've got the creative department developing it, working with like what kind of cameras would be needed. Then we've got a production department at the same time that is creating the budget of what the actual film or music video or commercial would actually cost to make. And at the same time coordinating how what steps would be taken next to get that
Yeah,
done.
you mentioned 20 years of experience and that you're the youngest of all of the people, so kind of fill us in on that 20 years experience. What was that idea?
Well, there are 7 members of the company that are permanent members. Between the 7 of us, we have about 20 years experience in different realms of the industry. We've worked as low as really, really small shoestring budget productions all the way up to major blockbuster films such as Underworld, Hellboy, and we work for companies as as small as Artist View Entertainment, all the way up to J.J. Abrams and Miracle Entertainment, which allows us to still maintain all the contacts that a studio would have, as well as the smaller guys, so that we can work with any budget really that comes along. Larger budgets, of course, will use our more expensive contacts, I guess, all the way down to the first-time filmmaker who needs a break on rates or needs somebody that will work with them, because we've worked the entire spectrum. We have contacts at every level.
Well, you mentioned a number of capabilities, and you filled us in on a lot of those. As you look at this list of, is there anything that you haven't covered? You can do production. I can't read that upside down. What is that one?
That's our creative department.
And if you haven't covered any of these, fill it in. Yeah. And that's just the operations and coordination and so forth.
The operations and coordinations would basically be once a production gets on set, of coordinating to make sure that all the little duckies stay in their nice little row whenever possible.
How about the highlights? We had talked a little bit about the highlights and the words and things that you have in your group. What was the...
One of the things is especially when we have a small production come in to say that they hire us to make a music video for a local band, or we do a training industrial or a local commercial for a small business owner. One of the added benefits is, unlike other smaller production companies, we have the capability of being a completely full functioning crew. We have a director who in 2006 won the Berlin Film Festival for directing. We have a cinematographer who won a Clio for a Scrabble commercial in 2005. So we can already say that, even though you have a small budget, we are giving you somebody who is 2 award-winning, a DP and director that in another realm you would be paying through the nose for, but because they own part of the company, will work for the benefit of the project at any budget. Also, in our production department, one of my guys, he was the second unit line producer for Hellboy 2. So we bring that security to larger budget projects, of showing that we have been in charge of and responsible for millions of dollars with reputable companies, and that gives a lot of security that that we're not just dealing with $5 million and below, that we've actually been involved with projects that have been in the realms of $60 and $70 million.
Well, in the minute that we have left, we talked a little bit about how people can contact you, and we needed to give them their website and also phone number. Can you give the website or your phone number or whatever you want?
No problem. The website is www.firerockbaypictures.com, and you can reach me directly at 818-448-0792, or you can email me at Brynn, BRYNN, at firerockbaypictures.com. Also, we have a toll-free number listed on our website.
Now, Brynn, thanks so much for helping us today.